Good morning, children. Today we shall start with lesson number 3 in civics, rural local government bodies. In the last two chapters, we learned our life in society, how society is formed, diversity in society, and how society helps in our development. In this chapter, we will learn about the rural local government bodies. In order that the society functions smoothly, rules are required. Rules are very important for the day-to-day functioning of our social life. The regulation of society through laws and rules is carried out by different organizations and institutions. One such organization is the local government bodies. Local government bodies plays an important role in the regulation of social life. The local government bodies are broadly classified as rural and urban local bodies. In this chapter, we will learn about the rural local government bodies, and in our next chapter, we will learn about the urban local government bodies. Gram Panchayat, the Panchayat Samiti and the Zilla Parishad are the rural local government bodies that are collectively known as the Panchayati Raj institution. Panchayati Raj is a uniform three-tiered structure for local government in rural areas of India. It is a government that is elected by the people living in a local area. The elected representatives looks into the problem and the basic needs of local people and tries to solve them and help them in times of difficulties. Our country is administered at three levels: union government or the central government at Delhi, state government, every state has a government of its own, and local government. The administration for the entire country is carried out by the union government. Subjects such as defense, foreign affairs, currency, etc. are the jurisdiction of the union government. At the second level is the state government. The state government of Maharashtra makes laws related to law and order, health, education, etc. And the local government bodies work at the third level. Local government bodies are of two types: rural and urban. Rural means village areas and urban means cities and towns. Rural local government bodies comprises of the Gram Panchayat, the Panchayat Samiti and the Zilla Parishad, whereas the urban local government bodies comprises of the Nagar Panchayat, the Municipal Council and the Municipal Corporation. Let us begin with the Gram Panchayat. What is a Gram Panchayat and where is it formed? A Gram Panchayat is a local self-government organization in India at the village level or small town level and is at the base of the Panchayati Raj system. The Gram Panchayat looks after the administration of the village. A Gram Panchayat can be established for a village having a population of minimum 1000 people and maximum 25,000 people. If the population of village is less than 500, then two or more villages can come under one Gram Panchayat. It is then called as a group Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat carries out various functions. Some of its functions are supply of water, construction and repair of roads, drains, maintaining public health, constructing and repairing public buildings, public wells, tanks, lighting on roads and public places, setting up fairs and weekly markets in the village, providing electricity, providing free education, registration of birth, death, marriage, etc. The officers and office bearers of the Gram Panchayat. Sarpanch. The head of the village is the Sarpanch. Like President of India is the head of our country, Sarpanch is the head of the village. The members of the Gram Panchayat are elected through voting. The elections to a Gram Panchayat are held in every 5 years. The elected members of the Gram Panchayat elect a Sarpanch and a Deputy Sarpanch from among themselves. All the meetings of the Gram Panchayat are held under the chairmanship of the Sarpanch. It is the Sarpanch's responsibility to implement the developmental schemes of the village, to start new policies for the welfare of the people, for the welfare of the village. If the members of the Gram Panchayat feels that Sarpanch is not carrying out his responsibilities properly, they could pass a motion of no confidence against the Sarpanch, and a new Sarpanch will be appointed in its place. The old Sarpanch will be terminated and a new Sarpanch will be appointed in its place. In the absence of the Sarpanch, the Deputy Sarpanch looks after the work of Gram Panchayat. Like captain and vice captain, if the captain of the team is not there, then the vice captain looks after the work and performs the duty. Gram Sevak. Gram Sevak is the secretary of the Gram Panchayat. He is an officer appointed by the government. He is appointed by the chief executive officer of the Zilla Parishad. His main functions is to look after the day-to-day affairs of the Gram Panchayat, to explain the development schemes to the residents of the village, to the villagers. The schemes and developmental policies of the Gram Panchayat is been explained to the people of the village by the Gram Sevak. He also looks after the functioning of the Gram Panchayat. His work is to maintain the records of work of the Panchayat and send it to the government. Gram Sabha. Gram Sabha is the assembly of the voters of the village or rural areas. It is an important organization of people at local level. Gram Sabha is formed in a village having a population of 500 or more. Members of Gram Sabha elects representatives to the Gram Panchayat. It is compulsory to hold at least 6 meetings of the Gram Sabha in each financial year. Financial year is a period between 1st April to 31st March. Example, 1st April 2020 to 31st March 2021. In the meetings, the Gram Sabha discusses the annual report and accounts submitted by the Gram Panchayat. Important decisions concerning the village are discussed by the Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha gives sanctions to the development schemes proposed by the Gram Panchayat. The Gram Sabha has the authority to decide upon which individuals deserve the benefit of the government schemes. Women's participation in the Gram Panchayat. Women of a village also plays an important role in the meetings of Gram Sabha. A meeting of the women of village is held before the meeting of the Gram Sabha. Here, women feel free to discuss a variety of issues. During the Gram Sabha, they speak with greater concern about issues such as drinking water, education, employment, fuel prices, health, etc. They also suggest measures for bringing about necessary changes. The sources of revenue of the Gram Panchayat. In order to carry out various functions, schemes, programs and activities of a village and maintaining the village for the welfare of the people, the Panchayat requires money. The Gram Panchayat raises these funds through various taxes, through different taxes. The sources of revenue for the Gram Panchayat are house tax, water tax, tax on weekly market, pilgrimage tax, grants or funds from Zilla Parishad and the state government. Panchayat Samiti. The next level after the Gram Panchayat is the Panchayat Samiti or the Block Samiti. It is at the block level or taluka level. The Panchayat Samiti acts as a link between the Gram Panchayat and Zilla Parishad. All the villages within the taluka together form a block, and the body that looks after the functioning of the block is the Panchayat Samiti. For example, suppose in a taluka there are 10 villages. Then all the heads or sarpanch of this 10 villages will attend the meeting with the block level officers. Here they will discuss the problems or development projects of the village with the officers of the Panchayat Samiti. The Gram Panchayat has to report to the Panchayat Samiti because the funds that villages get to carry out day-to-day activities is being given to the Gram Panchayat by the Panchayat Samiti. The office bearers of the Panchayat Samiti. Elections to the Panchayat Samiti are held every 5 years. The elected members elect from among themselves the chairman and the deputy chairman of the Panchayat Samiti. The chairman has the responsibility of calling the meetings and conducting the business of the meetings. In the absence of the chairman, the deputy chairman presides over the meetings. It is binding on the Panchayat Samiti to hold at least one meeting every month. The Panchayat Samiti also receives a certain amount of money from district funds. It also receives funds from the state government to carry out development schemes of the developmental block. The Panchayat Samiti has to carry out various functions. It has to look after the needs of public, maintaining and repairing roads, gutters, borewells, etc., organizing vaccination drives, looking after the health of the people, providing clean drinking water, cleanliness of roads, disposal of waste, helping the farmers to improve their agriculture and livestock, then providing primary education, free and compulsory education to all, promotion of small scale industries such as handicrafts and cottage industry, and also providing financial aid to the weaker section. So a Panchayat Samiti has to carry out various functions for the welfare of the common people. The Zilla Parishad. We have the Zilla Parishad at the district level. Zilla Parishad is the third tier of the Panchayati Raj system. Every district has a Zilla Parishad. At present, the state of Maharashtra has 36 districts but only 34 Zilla Parishads. Why so? The reason is that Mumbai City District and Mumbai Suburban District do not have a rural population. Therefore, they do not have a Zilla Parishad. The office bearers of the Zilla Parishad. Elections to the Zilla Parishad are held every 5 years. The elected representatives choose a president and a vice president from among themselves. The president of the Zilla Parishad presides over the meeting of the Zilla Parishad. He exercises control over the businesses conducted during the meeting. He also controls the financial transactions of the Zilla Parishad. He has the authority to undertake appropriate expenditure from the Zilla Parishad funds. He is in charge of looking after the financial transactions of the Zilla Parishad. The vice president carries out the duties in the absence of the president. Do you know how does the Zilla Parishad functions? The work of the Zilla Parishad is carried out through different committees. These different committees look after different matters, such as the finance committee will look after the funds, taxes, etc. The agricultural committee looks after farmer, agricultural production. Education committee looks after the educational needs of children. Health committee, then water management and sanitation committee, they all looks into their own areas. There is also a women and child welfare committee that takes up issues related to problems faced by women and children. Then we have the chief executive officer. Chief executive officer is an officer that is appointed by the state government. It is the duty of Chief Executive Officer to implement the decision taken by the officers of the Zilla Parishad. Whatever decisions the officers of the Zilla Parishad take, it is the duty of the Chief Executive Officer to implement it and reach it out to the common people. The Zilla Parishad has to carry out various functions. Some of the functions of Zilla Parishad are providing free and compulsory education to all, providing and maintaining public health facilities, then providing water supply and electricity in all regions, in all areas of that district, then helping the farmers, providing them with good quality seeds for agricultural produce, looking after their livestock, giving them loans and funds for betterment and their upliftment, then also organizing various tree plantation drives and polio drives in the villages. Now let us look at this chart and understand what a Panchayati Raj system is at a glance. So Panchayati Raj system is a three-tier system with the Gram Panchayat at the base. Then we have Panchayat Samiti and the Zilla Parishad. Then to the left we have the elected representatives, and to the right we have the officers that have been appointed by the government. So in the Gram Panchayat we have Sarpanch as the head and Gram Sevak, an officer appointed by the government. In Panchayat Samiti we have chairman and block development officer. In Zilla Parishad we have an elected representative, that is the president, and chief executive officer who implements all the plans and schemes of the Zilla Parishad has been appointed by the government. Now let us see who can contest election, who can stand as a representative of people in the elections. So in order to get elected to the Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and Zilla Parishad, candidates must fulfill certain conditions of eligibility. So the first condition is he or she should be a citizen of India. The person should be a citizen of India. This is the first condition. Second is he or she should have completed 21 years of age. Should not be less than 21 years of age. Should be more than 21 years of age. The person's name should be enrolled in a local voters list. The person's name should be there in the local voters list. These conditions also apply to the urban local government bodies. The rural local government bodies comprises of the Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti and the Zilla Parishad. The total membership of the Gram Panchayat should be minimum 7 and maximum 17. Of the Panchayat Samiti should be minimum 15 and maximum 45, and minimum 50 and maximum 75 for the Zilla Parishad. The office bearers of the Gram Panchayat are the Sarpanch and the Deputy Sarpanch. For the Panchayat Samiti it is the chairman and the deputy chairman, and for Zilla Parishad it is the president and the vice president. Then the officers that have been appointed by the government is for Gram Panchayat Gram Sevak, for the Panchayat Samiti block development officer, and for Zilla Parishad it is the chief executive officer. So you have to memorize this chart. Thank you dear children. May God bless you all and have a nice day.